The Edmonton Oilers road trip moves on. Down the street, that is, as they're still in New York, still conquering the Big Apple, as they get set for a matchup with the New York Islanders down at UBS, not USB Arena, UBS. As the Oilers look to get their third W of the season and start out this road trip a 2-for-2. But hello and welcome to Pregaming with Bordzy, brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app today to get in on the action. This evening, joined by one Tyler Yaremchuk, who I just watched. We did some spins. We did some spins pregame here. We're trying to get the mojo going here for the Jays, the Oilers, and I guess Thursday night football as well. But Tyler, thank you for joining me down here at GRETA Bar Yeg. I don't know if you see, people, we got a new background here. Our Nation Citizens Watch Party going down. It's the official season kickoff party here. We had some watch-alongs for the first two games of the season. I watched Brett get tattooed in this very seat right now. But tonight we're throwing down. It's going to be a good one. All your ON staff going to be down here. See some tables reserved. We're going to be giving away some Oilers jerseys, maybe some hockey tickets, maybe some football tickets. And Tyler, you got Oilers. You got the Blue Jays. You do have Thursday night football.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a hell of a sports night down here at GRETA Bar Yeg.
I got my Jays cap on. I also like when you said not USB Arena, UBS Arena, and my mind immediately went to what were all the arenas the Islanders played in for that 3-year stretch? It was Nassau County Coliseum, which, again, no naming rights, bold. Barclays Center with the car in the corner, and now they're at their new home at the UBS Arena.
Shout out to them. It's going to be a good one tonight. Hopefully, Matthew Schaefer, we get a look at the 18-year-old number one pick in the NHL entry draft this past year. And I'm also joined by my pal, my producer, my right-hand man, Brett Holden. How we doing, Bert?
Pretty good. Dodgers also playing tonight. I bought nothing.
No one cares.
Okay.
No one cares. Oh, I like that was just chimed up in the background there to let us know that no one gives a shit about the LA Dodgers. It's all about the Jays this evening. Jays parlay, give it to me quick. What are you riding tonight?
I'm doing the joint parlay, the joint custody parlay of McDavid goal, Oilers money line, Vladdy over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, Jays money line. It's like plus 770 on Bet365.
I like that. We talked about it yesterday that the Jays games, for most of them, I'm betting Vlad, Springer, strikeouts, money line.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was the night for that. I don't know if it carries over to tonight, but I basically made the exact same parlay yet again. Let's go, Mad Max on the mound. But we're here for Oilers talk, and let's get caught up in the chat. I see Bert, he's 4 for 4. He is in first one of the day. Austin's in. Bordzy, this is not a drill. Fire up this fucking band, and let's go to work, baby. My heart, my ON fam, how we feeling? Cold beer and pre-gaming with Mr. Badass, which in parentheses is Bordzy. I'll take that. I'll take that. LFG NYC, we own you. Cedric's in. LFG ON fam. Get Bordzy and Ty for 2 episodes today. Good day to be an Oilers fan. So you did Daily Face-Off this morning.
Yep.
Oilers Nation every day.
Yep.
Oilers Nation real life.
Yep.
Little pre-gaming.
Yep.
Did I miss anything?
No, and then I'm
off
the
radio
clock.
hits? You do any radio hits?
No radio hits for me today. So yeah, just the 4 shows for me today, but I'm ready to roll.
These 5:30 p.m. puck drops, they make everything move up considerably here at Oilers Nation. Ryan Richards is in. First troll of the day. Phil Kessel is his photo. He says, go Islanders, 4-0 win. We appreciate all the trolls we get in here, but brother, I don't know about that. Jake Wallman's in. Heal up, my brother. So it's going to be interesting to see how Schaefer matches up against our top lines. Absolutely. More on Schaefer later. But in his first couple games, he's had to play Sid, Ovi, Malkin, throw Connor and Leon in there. That's getting thrown in the deep end and see if you can swim. Robert's in. Robert Mogg says 7-1 McDavid hat trick. More on that later as well. I think tonight's a McDavid night. I think tonight could even be a point night for the Edmonton Oilers. Mackay and Dry. NYI about to go 0-4-0. LFG. A lot of familiar names. Sadistic Angel. Happy game day. Let's go, Oil. And then Chris Knobloch asked Tyler, why were you roasting my lineup decisions?
I don't think I was.
How did what?
I'm generally okay. Like, again, I like Noah Philp. I'm president of the Noah Philp fan club.
You are?
Bob Stauffer's my vice president. That's how that pecking order works. But
Can I be secretary of something? Because I was at the U of A.
Yeah, you were there. I'm okay. I can understand the logic as to why Noah Philp's not playing. I can understand the logic of Savoy and Howard being where they are in the lineup. Like, it's early in the year. I don't think we need to be dissecting line combos all that hard, especially when the team has points in 3 straight games to start the season.
Absolutely. I poked fun that I'm calling it the Jeff Skinner Award. You score a goal, you get knocked out of the lineup the next game. Not going to be the case tonight, as everybody same lineup, same roster, I'll say, different lineup. Depends how you actually look at how that last game ended. But Tyler, we're only 3 games into the season. Like you just said, we don't know how to be talking about lineup decisions. We know it's early, but damn it, we're paid to talk about this stuff. And the Edmonton Oilers have had one hell of a start to the season. 5 out of 6 possible points for the Oilers. Without a doubt, the best start in pre-gaming history. Doesn't even feel real to be able to do something like this.
We talked about it on ONE today, but it took them to game 8 last year and game 9 the year before that to get to their 5th point of the season.
And here we are, 3 games in, baby. So it's kind of weird seeing them do so well at the beginning of the year, but it's not surprising to me in the slightest. You and I heard it a lot. A lot of shit talk over the summer about the Edmonton Oilers roster and that it wasn't up to par as last season. Once again, only 3 games in, and maybe they haven't generated their standard amount of offense, I could say, here for the Edmonton Oilers. Believe they're 25th in goals per game. But there's a lot to like about from what we've seen from this Oilers group. Obviously, the bread man, points in 3 straight games. We see David Tomasek play well on PP1 and have some flashes here and there. Stuart Skinner, he looked pretty damn good. Even the Oilers' defense as a whole has been very, very good. I believe they're 5th in the NHL in goals against so far. It's been a good start. It is only 3 games, but a good start, Tyler, is something we have not seen here for years for the Edmonton Oilers. I told you earlier this year, I'm in on the Oilers winning the Pacific Division. I threw down a future because I thought they would come out of the gates. Now, my reasoning for that was because I thought fear of Connor McDavid leaving the Edmonton Oilers. He re-signs, but this team, only 3 in, they're kind of picking up right where they left off in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
And like you said, with the winning the Pacific, it kind of makes you start to wonder about what this team can do. Like, the starts have always held them back. They've been chasing the game late in the season. You know, you come out of the gates 2-9-1, and then that 3-game losing streak in January hurts even more. And you got to win 10 in a row. And
you got to win 16 in a row.
Yeah, and I still think this Oilers team is good enough to go on a run like that at some point. But just getting ahead of the 8 ball, or maybe not even saying that, not putting yourself behind the 8 ball out of the gates, you can kind of start to wonder, is this team good enough to be the best team in the West? How long can they secure home ice for? Like, it's game 3 of the season, but just the fact that this good start is here and it's so refreshing, it's kind of like, all right, now what's next year? What kind of step can we take?
It's not even that it's an amazing start. They just didn't stumble out of the gates, out of the starting blocks, and here we are. Hopefully they can find a way to pick up speed. And speaking of picking up speed, Stuart Skinner was legendary on Tuesday night against the New York Rangers. That game starts and ends with him. Bookended. Immediately, the Edmonton Oilers turning pucks over in their own end. Stuart Skinner making big saves. And he was also awesome in the 3rd period. All throughout it, 30 saves on 30 shots against the New York Rangers. He was the Oilers' best penalty killer out there. He looked incredible. And the thing, it's been highly talked about this summer, the down 15 pounds, the new goalie coach, the fresh Stuart Skinner. Because we know last year was always talked about. Doobie mentioned it a lot. Moving laterally side to side. We know it didn't look smooth. Only 2 games. We all know. I'm done talking about it. The error that he made against the Calgary Flames. He was good in that hockey game. He was great in the hockey game against the New York Rangers. And besides that awful mistake, he's been solid. And through 2 games, does have a .942 save percentage. Looking like everything you could have hoped out of the starting blocks for Stuart Skinner here, I guess. Maybe not that 3rd goal against Calgary Flames as I say that, but Stu looks amazing. Confidence, I'm sky high in him. And Tyler, you have sky high confidence in Stuart Skinner. I don't know if you tuned in to Oilers Nation every day today, but Tyler made a bold bet with Daily Faceoff writer Matt Larkin. Tell the folks, please.
I bet him a little bar tab that Skinner will be 908 or better this season. Larkin is a notable Skinner hater. I am a notable Skinner lover. So I don't mind supporting my guy here. And here's another thing where, you start to dream about what this Oilers season could potentially look like now that they're off to a good start. Stuart Skinner last year in the first month, from October 1 till November 1. And I realize that's not even really the full month because they didn't debut till like the 10th last year. So let's even use that. In his first 10 games last year, he had an .883 save percentage. We're doing games where we're guessing at what point does Skinner get back to 900? And you start doing the math of he's got to make 145 straight saves to get back. We're not doing that right now. We're talking about a guy who's 942. You could do math the other way and say, how bad does he have to be tonight for his save percentage to get back to 900? And all of that is to say, like, how high can he go? Like, getting out of the gate strong, that's always been the issue for him. Now that he's done that with a really, really good start against New York, I don't know. Maybe this is a guy who a month into the season we're talking about it at 920.
As Michael Jordan would say, the ceiling is the roof, Tyler, and it's
Yeah.
whatever you want it to be here for Stuart Skinner. Southpaw said, typical Stu, great after a loss. Even just backhanded compliments.
I
We can't
know.
even give him the straight-up compliments. The Nudge is in. He played out of his mind versus the Rangers. Southpaw, Stu has looked better other than the one blunder. Absolutely. Once again, we all know it's about the consistency with Stu, but so far so good in my opinion. Then Bob Happy, love that name, says, if I show up to GRETA at 5:30, will I be able to get in? Absolutely, my friend. And we're giving away some pretty cool things. Signed Oilers jersey, hockey tickets, football tickets, and, you know, a little something, something. We always got tricks up our sleeves down here at GRETA Bar. Yeah, now when the puck drops tonight, and we've talked about it, it's kind of weird how you look at it, but they're going to start today's game with how they finished the last game against the New York Rangers, meaning the top line, McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, are going to be split up. Your first line is Andrew Mangiapane with McDavid and one Tommy Smokes. And then your second line, obviously, Nuge, Leon Draisaitl with newcomer Jack Roslovic. Specifically the top line of the Breadman, Smokes, and McDavid. The nicknames are just flying
Yeah,
off.
you
here
got
on
him.
pre-
You're
and
in
post-game.
mid-season form.
We're feeling good. We're feeling good. But that trio, I thought, generated some really good looks, specifically in the third period, and they started to build on it. Andrew Mangiapane kind of looks like he can play with literally anybody on this Edmonton Oilers roster. Once again, only 3 games, but Tommy Smokes, he was utilizing his size and skill. He had a ton of chances in front. We remember that Vancouver game specifically. Thatchy Demko robbing him left, right, and center. We know he's on PP1 with the big dogs, getting allowed to build some chemistry there. But here we are, game 4, and he's getting his shot to start the game on the top line. And yesterday, Tommy Smokes spoke to the media, and he said, man, we had some good looks at the end of the third period. We had some really good looks in practice yesterday, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to build on that. McDavid, he also spoke to the media, and this was his exact quote on Tommy Smokes. I think he's just a great scorer. He understands where to be. He understands how to put himself in a good spot, and he makes plays. I'm excited for this duo, see what these two can build, because it's nice to hear Connor talk so fondly of another man, and we know that Tommy Smokes, he is middle-aged, if you will. I'm not going to call him old, as I am still older than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still spry. He looks spry as hell, but I like the look of those two. Hopefully they can build something, and I think Tommy Smokes, I've yet to bet on him for a point or a goal or a power play point or anything like that. I know Zach Lang said he's been betting in every game, trying to find it.
Yeah.
Tonight feels like the night for me to bet Tommy Smokes, and I'm even thinking plus 375 one power play point.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Oilers didn't get a power play against the New York Rangers. That was obviously disappointing, but again, their power play I think has been pretty good to start, and hey, his one assist was on the power play, so it lines up.
I just like that 4th highest on the team power play time on ice per game, and that's a lot. That's a lot of time. That might be in total there, but Tommy Smokes, he's kind of fitting in like a glove here. We'll see if he can continue to build on that. The focus shifted to the Islanders now, because that team might be in for a long season this year. They are the only team left in the NHL without a point. They are 0-3-0 on the season. 4-3 loss to the Penguins in their season opener, 4-2 loss to the Washington Capitals, and then 5-2 to the Winnipeg Jets. And I think it's going to be a long year. They are a young squad. They do have several veterans on. I mean, they got some good players, some names, Matt Barzal, your Bo Horvat, your Kyle Palmieri. But kind of right after that, Tyler, I feel like there is a significant drop-off. They've been leaking some chances throughout this year. They're averaging 4.00 goals against per 60 this year. Ilya Sorokin has been lit up like Swiss cheese so far this season. So tonight, we will get a look at Big Save Dave Rittich, who Oilers fans, I think, know pretty well. And I think dislike him very much so. I know Liam was all over his numbers on ever since he threw the stick in celebration in the shootout, how his numbers have gone down against the Edmonton Oilers since that moment. But Ty, this one, I don't know, is it that simple? Islanders, struggling team, not expected to be in the playoffs. Oilers, Stanley Cup contender, starting hot to start the season. Could tonight be a point night for the Edmonton Oilers?
I mean, you'd certainly like to think in a matchup like this, an 0-3 team, that, the Oilers can kind of, sharpen their claws a little bit and get going. But I mean, the Islanders, to their credit, haven't been horrendous at preventing chances. Like, they're in the right half of the league when it comes to shots against at 5-on-5. The expected goals percentage for them is actually decent for a team that's 0-3, we'll call it. Not as ugly as I definitely thought it would be. So they're not terrible. I really struggle to go there because you have some good veterans, but they really don't have a ton of high end right now. They have a youth that's still learning, or a lot of youth that's still learning. So yeah, they're not going to be good this year. And an Oilers team that I thought against New York didn't play great, but against Vancouver and Calgary dominated two teams who again aren't going to be in the top half of the league. That's encouraging when it comes to them potentially, getting this thing
once again
into a blowout.
That game against the New York Rangers, the Edmonton Oilers, they got that W. They did not deserve to get that W, I guess, unless you had one Stuart Skinner in the net. He was the be-all and end-all of that hockey game. But a win is a win. You never apologize in the NHL. They started out 1-0 on this New York roadie, hoping to go 2-0, continuing it. But we do get a look at one guy, an exciting player in first overall draft pick, Matthew Schaefer, tonight. 10 years after Connor McDavid himself went number one. Both Erie Otters, I do believe. And he's made his NHL debut here at 18. And I mentioned it. He's played Sid. He's played Malkin. He's played Ovi. And now he gets Connor and Leon. This kid is going through the ringer to start the year. So this is toss him in the deep end and see if he can float, sink, or swim. And I'd say through his 3 games so far, he's not only survived, he's borderline thrived. He's averaging 23-18 time on ice per game. He has 3 points in 3 games. He got his first NHL goal. He's paired up on the top pairing with one Scott Mayfield, who is a solid NHL veteran defenseman. And I do kind of feel like tonight, this is, once again, Sid, absolute stud, Gino a little bit older, Ovi a little bit older. This is a different animal having to go up against 97 and the speed he brings. I feel like maybe most NHL defensemen will hear it 20 years from now. A lot of them saying, my welcome to the NHL moment was playing against Connor McDavid, having to backpedal while he's got to step on me. And as we've heard sometimes from some defenders mic'd up, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, here he comes. I don't know, what are your expectations for the 18-year-old tonight? He's playing a lot of minutes. Some serious situations for the Islanders. At 18 years of young, that's impressive, brother.
He flies. He can move up the ice. He skates really, really well. He's not small. Like, he has a bit of a presence to him as well. He's a really, really impressive young defenseman. And I'll be honest, like, he didn't come in with the same level of fanfare, and maybe part of that was because he was hurt his back half of junior. We never saw him shine at the World Juniors because he got hurt there and blew out his shoulder. So he didn't come in with like he's the next superstar kind of expectations. But from what I've seen of him so far, really, really special. And, they've done a good job of sheltering him, which is what I've liked. They didn't rip that blue line down to the studs or anything like that. Against Sidney Crosby, Schaefer only played 2 minutes against Sid the Kid. Against Ovi, he played 4:28. There's a lot of guys that he went toe-to-toe with a lot more than that. But, I mean, he played 4 minutes against Ovi and didn't let the Capitals get a shot on net in that stretch. So, again, his skating is what makes him more than capable of handling the odd matchup. But I would look again tonight for Patrick Waugh to have Schaefer away from McDavid and Draisaitl as much as he can.
You got to insulate him. You don't want to. I mean, he's already been in the deep end, but this is a different animal against Connor and Leon. Let's go now to our need-to-know information, courtesy of Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Only the finest tasting meat products earn that sweet, sweet Will Hawk name, made from 100% Alberta beef. Their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They gladly fill orders of any size, and you can find their jerky, sausage, and other products out of their Leduc location. Or for more information, head on over to willhawkbeefjerky.com to, in fact, get yo jerky on. For the Edmonton Oilers, you need to know they have won 4 of their last 5 games against the New York Islanders. Clean sweep last season, 4-3 win in November, and a 2-1 win in March of 2025. Oilers expected to roll out the same roster in this hockey game, meaning no Noah Philp expected in this one. But, Bert, maybe just pull it up what we saw yesterday in practice. We'll go through it here. Your top line, Mangiapane, McDavid, and Tommy Smokes. Yeah, wait. Manja. Second line, Nuge with Leon Draisaitl and Jack Roslovic. Your third line, Pods, Freddie, and Kapanen, a trio that plays physical. They play big. And even shockingly enough, got a breakaway, played with some speed there with that trio. And your fourth line, it's Rico and the kids. It's Isaac Howard with Adam Henrique and Matt Savoy. Your deep pairings, Ekholm with Bush, Nurse with Stetcher, Alec Regula still probably not feeling the best after getting his bell rung by one of Vander Kane. Expected to be out till the weekend, might be in either one of those games. Jake Wallman, also not expected to play in this hockey game, but could also be back this weekend. And then your third pair, Brett Kulak and Ty Emberson. Connor McDavid, he likes putting up points against the Islanders. He has at least 1 point in 11 of his last 13 against them. 20 points in that 13-game stretch. And then the boys, Stuart Skinner, is getting the start tonight. 2-1-0 career record against the Islanders. 234 goals against with a 908 save percentage.
good.
There it is, Tyler. And this is a weird fun fact courtesy of Jason Gregor. But as of today, before this game, Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard have appeared in the exact same amount of NHL games in their career. 176.
And what's the age gap?
One's on the other side of it and one's on this side. But either way, you could expect to see Calvin Pickard against the New Jersey Devils. A little bit of numbers here. Skinner, he's apparently beaten every team in the NHL besides the New Jersey Devils. He's 0-3, while Calvin Pickard, 4-1 in his career against the Devils. So I'm thinking, my opinion, you're going to see picks on Saturday and then against the Devils, and then Stuart Skinner Sunday against the Red Wings for the New York. Oh, yes, Bert?
6-year age gap between Skinner and Pickard.
Same number of games. And also with a win tonight, Skinner can get to 100 wins.
100 in his career. That's a big one. That's a big one. 99 was pretty big, but 100. Yeah. Let's keep her going. Let's keep her rolling. For the Islanders, they're only expected to make one lineup change as Maxim Siplikov nailed the shit out of that. Will be a healthy scratch. Patrick Waugh said the, quote, little details in his game need refinement. The Islanders ranked 28th in goals per game, but get this, they ranked second in the NHL in shots per game. So they just haven't been able to beat goaltenders, but they're getting some pucks on the net. Their power play operating at 18%, while their PK, in an area I think the Oilers could exploit, 26th in the NHL, 70%. They've allowed 3 goals on 10 opportunities. Through 3 games, though, also, the Islanders, they're taking a fair amount of penalty minutes. I believe they're 25th on the bad side, so you could say 7th in the NHL in taking the most. We pray that that's Oilers power play opportunities, and we pray that's Tommy Smokes on the other end. And then it's kind of the one part I didn't expect. I really thought the Oilers were going through a goalie gauntlet to start the season. It was going to be Wolf. It was going to be Demko, Shesterkin, thought Sorokin. And honestly, with his numbers already, I kind of wish it was Ilya Sorokin, but he's not going to get the start tonight. He's played every minute for the Islanders thus far. 0-3-0, 418 goals against average with an 854 save percentage. I did read Patrick Waugh stayed out late on the ice with Sorokin to say, hey, man, still got plenty of confidence in you. This is not, he actually said it's something he should have done earlier on to start the season. Got confidence, sit on the bench, chill out this one. You are our guy. But that means big save Dave. Dave Rittich gets the start for the Islanders. 10 career games, 5-4-1 against the Oil, 249, 920. But he's been a different man since he decided to showboat and throw that stick. Let me ask you now, and everyone, play along in the chat. What are you looking for tonight? What's your storyline or what's your key to victory to this game tonight? For me, Tyler, you go first. Actually, what's your storyline? Because I'll maybe go off of what you don't say.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to bank on Stuart Skinner having to be as good as he was. I think my storyline will just be dominating at 5-on-5. You get your power play, sure. You got to be good on the penalty kill, sure. But coming off that Rangers game, like Bouchard had a bad turnover and Nurse had a bad turnover. There were some really, really sloppy plays in that game. So I just want to see the Oilers going up against an inferior opponent. Don't play down to their level. Flush whatever happened last game with the nasty turnovers and just go out there and dominate at 5-on-5 like you absolutely should in this matchup.
For me, I can kind of piggyback off of that. This is a get-right game for the Edmonton Oilers offense, right? They currently rank 25th in the NHL in goals per game at 2.67. Things have been good. There's been bright spots. The bread man, Freddie getting goals, Noah Philp and everything. Connors look good. Leon's look good. But we know that there's another level there, and I kind of think in the third period of the last game, we saw something get built a little bit, and I think this is absolutely the point for the Edmonton Oilers to get right. Also, 3 games, Bouchard doesn't have a point yet this season.
Yeah, he's, you know what, you were talking about Tomasic as a power play point guy.
Bouch.
Maybe just something with Evan Bouchard, too. I think he's plus 220 to get a power play point in this one.
Now, we did talk about on ONE as well today that it's kind of the, I guess you could say, 1-3-1 alignment kind of looks like on the power play.
Yeah.
The Bouch bomb does feel like it's been less apparent through a couple games to start the season, and that is sometimes the Edmonton Oilers bread and butter. You've got Leon Draisaitl in his office, Bouch up top, and then whatever crazy shit Connor McDavid decides to stir up in between all of that. Would you agree? Have you noticed less boost bombs from the point? It doesn't feel like it's being ran through him like it has been in years past.
No, and I do think the Oilers are trying a few different things. You know, they had the one power play in the game against Vancouver where Leon was basically staying on the other side of the ice. So I think they're maybe trying to throw some different looks at teams here early on in the season, almost like a good NFL team will hide some plays in their playbook, right, for later in the season. And, you know, in baseball, going up against a division rival, maybe you hide your best pitcher for a few games during the year. And I think maybe it's just that. The Oilers aren't coming out of the gates pulling out every trick they have. And I guess the counterpoint would be other teams also have a lot of tape on this Oilers power play. How many power play units have had the same 4 of the 5 guys on it for 4 seasons now? 3 seasons now, I guess, with Bush there? Like, teams have tape on them. So I think it's just going to take a bit for the Oilers to find what works.
Trying out some different things. Obviously, Glenn Gulletson no longer with the squad. He's over at the Dallas Stars. So new coaching staff, new everything here looking for the Oilers. And so far, so good. Tommy Smokes, baby. Tonight is your night. I'm willing this shit into existence. It is going to happen. Bert, you can just throw up the Edmonton Oilers lineup one more time if you want. We already went through it, but when I look at this, it's a Connor McDavid night thoroughly, and I think I could even be betting a Connor McDavid anytime goal. He has 10 shots through 3 games. I felt like we saw some more there late against the New York Rangers. We've seen him play with Freddie. We've seen him play with Leon. He's getting smokes and Andrew Mangiapane. We were told all summer, Tyler, and it's one of my bets that I need over 40-plus goals for Connor McDavid this season. We're in no rush. We're in nothing. I saw some people in here they're predicting Connor McDavid Hattie, Connor McDavid 2+ goals tonight. I do feel like he's due. I always have a tough time betting on Connor McDavid anytime goals. I don't know if I've just been burned too many times.
He's not a goal scorer, and it's like plus 110. It's priced like he's a goal scorer.
It's dog shit odds to ever have to bet on Connor McDavid, but you think it's happening tonight? Because I kind of think it's happening tonight.
I've already bet it, and I might even bet it again.
One guy who I did bet in the last game of the Edmonton Oilers to get, and I think you did too, actually, a measly 2 shots on goal, was one newcomer, Jack Roslovic. And while it was only one game, we joked it was the Tony Snell performance because it was zeros all across the board. I do think he did some good things in that hockey game. He definitely looks like a skilled top 6 player, and the speed was exactly as advertised, if you will say so. And he had the ability, he made some plays with the puck. I also felt like he made some good subtle plays in the defensive zone, like ringing it back around behind the net, going the other way, opening up for a breakout pass. It's only one game, but it feels weird because of this November 1st trade list thing. And we know Zach Hyman's going to come back. It's been nicknamed the $1.5 million PTO. You can't ever judge a guy off one game or just a couple of games. But for Jack Roslovic, he is getting an unreal opportunity to start the season in one of the best top 6s in the entire NHL, playing with a guy in Leon who should have been the MVP last season. What are your expectations, Roslovic, tonight? And I guess until November 1st, because it's such a short amount of time. I don't know what like the goal should be for me that I'm looking for from this guy. Is it just creating chemistry? Is it scoring goals? Does he need to put up the points to keep that spot? I'm not sure.
I think my expectation and the goal should be he's a little more noticeable every game he plays. Like, it's a good point. He didn't have a training, didn't get to play in a single preseason game, which I know a lot of vets don't give a shit about the preseason, but the training camp part, like skating with guys, getting some chemistry, getting some reads, like that's a big, big thing. Like, if you remember a couple years ago when Ekholm wasn't able to start the season, it took him until like Christmas to finally be up to speed. Like, it can set a veteran guy back. So as long as he's continuing to look better game after game, I'm not going to worry too much. But I mean, if he goes and is invisible or close to it for 5-6 games here, and we're creeping towards November 1, there'll be some conversations happening.
There will be, especially when there's such forward depth for this Edmonton Oilers squad. There are so many options. Navi has a ton of strings that he can pull. Obviously, Noah Philp, who is a centerman right now, but he's the odd man out of the lineup. You're going to be adding Matthias Janmark, whether you like it or not. Also, maybe, who knows? Maybe he gets traded as well. Who knows? But there's going to be names like Zach Hyman also coming back as well. So I don't want to rush the newcomer, right, by any means like that, but there will come a point when it's sugar get off the pot time, and we have to see what he is made of. For the Edmonton Oilers in the bottom 6 there, what'd you think of Trent Frederick playing center with as I mentioned there, kind of going through the lineup, I really like the look of the physicality that Pods, Freddie, and Kapanen bring. I'd argue Kapanen's the one guy on there that has the speed that can bring it and push the pace, maybe even be the puck transporter kind of on that line. But if I'm a defender and I see that trio dump the puck in and I have to go turn my back against those boards, that's not a trio that you want to play against. They obviously were able to get on the board last game, which was kind of funny because it was a breakaway being sprung where you don't necessarily think of that line or Trent Frederick as guys with wheels. Also, unreal breakaway moves, just kind of skated it in front of him and then just shot it 5-hole on Shesty.
He had good boots there. He was moving.
It was impressive, and that was, hey, goal's a goal, brother. But what'd you think of that trio? And Freddie, as a centerman, we were told all summer that he's going to, or at least preseason, he's getting to go. Connor and Leon, we're going to start the year with this. We're going to give him the shot. Should have never believed it. Should have never believed the word. Because he's already back at 3C, but I thought he looked good.
Yeah, I thought he was good in that spot, and I like that there's some physicality and pace to that line. It's a little multidimensional, so it's a good group for me, and that's why, again, like they trust Podkolzin and they trust Kapanen in the D zone. I think there's a level of trust there with Frederick as a centerman as well. That's when people are going, oh, the Howard, Savoy, and Henrique, it's a fourth line. They're probably going to play a lot in the O zone. It's probably about insulating them, getting matchups, putting those two kids in spots where they don't have to do any heavy lifting defensively. So I feel like having this third line, they're both just bottom six lines, but having this third line that's good, physical, should be able to transport the puck, defensive, that allows you to put that other line together and not be worried about their minutes or putting them in bad spots.
Absolutely. I agree there, but they're a 3A, 3B type of deal, however way you want to look at it. The one more defensive prowess, and then hey, let's see what Rico and the kids can do. I do think Rico is, I mean, it's like him, Nuge. Those are your ideal veteran guys that you want to stick your young guys next to that can kind of show you the ropes in the NHL. Bert, do you have something for me?
Well, just kind of adding a wrinkle to this, people are going to end up getting healthy, and people are going to have to come in and out of the lineup. Aaron Portzline tweeted about an hour ago saying that the press box is jammed up with scouts tonight. 3 scouts from the Edmonton Oilers, and one of them being a goalie scout. So, I mean, guys are going to get healthy and moves are going to have to be made. Not obviously to add fuel to a fire, but just another interesting wrinkle in all this that's going to happen anyways.
Yeah, it's true. There's that November 1st kind of coming around. I love that we're already tracking scouts and where they are. Game 4 into the season. We are so back, baby. Lance Gaines said people getting healthy. I don't believe it. Yeah, who knows?
Well, there's never a guarantee that everybody's healthy at the same time, which is why, like, speculating on these roster moves and stuff, it's almost it's cross that bridge when you get there. Don't worry about it right now. Wait until someone goes, all right, they have clearance, they're playing Saturday, then worry about that decision.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen some Edmonton Oilers in the past be told that they were going to be week to week, day to day, and then it went for a while. Who knows? Don't hold your breath. Let's go now to the starting goaltender report. I forget who this is brought to you by, Brett. Odd Company Beer, Nation Beer every day. A lager perfect for game day, perfect for every day of the week. You can pick them up 2 Edmonton locations or simply check liquorconnect.com and find out which local liquor stores are carrying these bad boys, or pull the boards. Go to every single liquor attendant within a 2-kilometer radius of your house. And you say, hey, buddy, show me the iPad. Bing, bang, boom. They can order them. They can bring them to your house. Also, Tyler, I never told you. So down at Dog Patch at the office, the bar underneath our office, they got a lot of Odd Company Nation beers down there. Tuesday night, they had their staff party. Getting lit. It was awesome. It looked like a great time, and they were crushing the Odd Company Nation Beer Everyday Loggers. It was a beautiful sight to see. Now, Bert, pull it up for me. The head-to-head, the tail of the tape. Now, Big Save Dave has yet to play a game in the NHL this season. This will be his first start of the year. Those are obviously his numbers last season with the LA Kings, but let's focus on the man on the left, Stu. 1-0-1 record with a 144 goals against, 942 save percentage, and 1 shutty. On the other side, Big Save Dave. Pretty average results there last year, 16-14-2, 284 goals against with an 887 save percentage. And that for Stuart Skinner, that was his best performance in a minute, arguably since, I guess, the Western Conference Finals against the one Dallas Stars. First shutout of the season, stopped all 30 that came his way. It was done 5v5. It was on the PK. It was him moving laterally, and Tyler, as 2 guys they call us Stuart Skinner believers. I call us Stuart Skinner truthers.
Yeah.
Because I know the real truth behind this. I know what he is capable of. It is awesome to take post game on Tuesday was awesome because pretty much all we talked about was Stu. ONE Wednesday. It's awesome to go, hey, this is what I've told people. He is capable of doing this. But we know the deal with Stu. It is all about consistency. And can he string a couple games together without that one brutal mistake? The shutout, awesome. But we know in this fan base, he'll be right back down in the coals again if there is another, maybe not even mistake, just anything with this fan base.
Yeah.
But Stuart Skinner, 2 games in, 940 save percentage. You cannot bitch about that at home. I feel good about it, but it feels like every game, and we kind of get into this point where I'm just like, don't fuck me, Stu. Don't fuck me here because I'm a truther.
and there are, like, he's going to have bad games. I mean, look around the NHL right now. Linus Ullmark's numbers, terrible. Vasilevsky, terrible. Go back to last year. Swayman, terrible. Sorokin, not playing today because he's been so terrible. Like, sometimes we also have to readjust our scope a little bit that, like, the position by nature is volatile. There will be good weeks and bad weeks and great weeks and average weeks in between all of that. Like, I just don't want people, if Skinner comes out and let's say Oilers win 6-2, but the one's a stinker for Skinner, I don't want people to be like, oh, there you go. Like, again, readjust. He's not doing what he did against the Rangers every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, he's gonna get beat. There's going to be games where he allows 4 or 5. We know the Edmonton Oilers, they can tend to play a running gun style sometimes. Tuesday against the Rangers, the Edmonton Oilers put pucks on a fucking platter for the New York Rangers in their own end, and he was able to stand tall. I think what we just, as a fan base, hey, can get beat from time to time. It is just eliminating the brutal brain fart, the mistake, the things of covering up the puck. And then we go from there. On the other side, Big Save Dave making his debut this year. So I did write down the numbers. Since in the shootout against the Edmonton Oilers with the Calgary Flames, we all remember he throws the stick up, has a beautiful celebration. He did have some good results against the Edmonton Oilers. But however, since that moment against the Oilers, Big Save Dave, he has an .880 save percentage, and he's beaten the Oilers once in his last 7 starts. Hopefully, we can continue that to roll tonight. Obviously, last year he was with the LA Kings. This year he's going to be with the New York Islanders. It's tough because I shouldn't hate this guy so much, but I really do. And it's like, you cross me once and you're always going to be, you can always get it from the Edmonton Oilers fan base, me as well. Big Save Dave. I think the Edmonton Oilers can put a couple past him. How many does he allow?
I'll say the Oilers get 5 on him.
Fuck yeah.
I like that. Again, he's just not that good of a goalie. It's as simple as that. I know he had a nice run with Calgary there for a little bit, sure. The stick flip, that's a hilarious narrative. But the reality is that this guy is just an average NHL backup at this point in his career. So, again, an offense like the Oilers, which you can argue like it's been unproductive, especially at 5-on-5. You could also maybe make the argument they're a little bit due. Matt Savoy hits a post. He has a good look on Demko. The Oilers have played some good goalies. All of this goes into this feels like an offense ready to break out kind of any game now.
Yep, I think so. And it's a tough one for Rittich to be put in the spot. But hey, Sorokin's been no better, so I mean, here, give a fresh start for him this year. Let's go now. New York Islanders lineup, and that is brought to you by our friends at Oodle Noodle. Come on, people. Well, just give me the ad read. Just give me the ad read. There you go. Shout out Oodle Noodle. Download their app today. You can, once you sign up, you can get in there. You can earn loyalty rewards points, and they got some hella deals going on right now featuring green onion cakes and some spring rolls. Tyler, I had a very hungover Sunday this past week.
I know what that means.
Buddy, a little hot Thai box, 2 green onion cakes, and some spring rolls. I got a little bit of everything. You ever had the deep fried wontons?
No. Are they good?
You know, that's one I've added in my repertoire recently. Didn't get it on Sunday. And I kind of regretted it when I was going through everything. Either way, every single thing on that menu, I've tried every single one of them, and I put my name on it, the Bordzy stamp of approval. It is delicious. Also want to give a quick shout out to GRETA Bar Yeg. We are down here. We've been down here 3 out of the 4 games so far this season. And we're going to be here all throughout the year. You were down here during the playoffs. I hope a lot of you. It's a different animal when the Edmonton Oilers are here at GRETA. Tonight, we have the entire Oilers Nation staff. Going to be a good night. Once again, giving away the jersey, giving away hockey tickets, giving away football tickets. And we got Oilers, we got Jays, we got Thursday Night Football. This is a gambler's dream. And also, they got some unreal food deals and drink deals going down here tonight at GRETA. get your ass down here. Even if you don't have a resi right now, you could still make it by 5:30, probably even by 6. At any point, you come on down. You tell them Bordzy sent you. And then let's have a night tonight. Let's pull it up here, Bert. The projected lineup for the New York Islanders this evening. Your top line, Jonathan Drouin with one Bo Horvat and Emil Heineman. Your second line, Anthony Duclair with Matt Barzal and Kyle Palmieri. Your third line, it's the Islanders captain, Anders Lee with JG Pajot and Maxima Shabanov. Fourth line, Kyle McLean with Casey Cizikas and Simon Holmstrom. Your deep pairings, Matthew Schaefer with Scott Mayfield, Adam Pelech with Ryan Pulak. You did that earlier today, and that kind of stuck with me. Alexander Romanov with Tony DeAngelo. Tyler, if you had to look through this lineup, once again, it is definitely lacking some high-end skill like your Connor McDavid, your Leon Draisaitls. Those dudes do not grow off trees, but there's some threats. Bo Horvat, we know him from the Pacific Division. That man can score goals. That man can make hockey plays. Obviously, Matt Barzal. I always feel sad watching him because you just look and the blue and orange colors of the Islanders sometimes get me going, and I'm like, yeah, man, he would pop in an Oilers jersey. Kyle Palmieri, now with a beard. Who's your player to watch tonight? Let's say in that forward group for the Islanders.
That's a really good question. Emil Heineman's getting some great opportunities. Yeah. He came over in the Noah Dobson deal. That one's interesting, but man, that top line feels super, super mid to me.
Yeah, it does.
I honestly Schaefer and Barzal are the only two guys there with game-changing talent. Horvat's good, but he's the most boring 30-goal scorer in the league. He's going to score them all from a foot outside the crease.
He's going to be in the blue paint.
Right, and he'll chisel off 28 to 32 a year, and that'll be it. Anders Lee's getting up there in age. He's still good. Palmieri's old. Really, if it's not Barzal or Schaefer getting the offense going, I'm not sure who's truly driving play tonight. And which, again, goes back to, don't hand them shit tonight.
Absolutely. What we saw the Edmonton Oilers do against the New York Rangers. Stay on your 2 feet. Mm-hmm. Also, hopefully the ice quality is pretty good here tonight. We can look for that because it obviously wasn't the greatest against the New York Rangers. I think for me, I'm going to go with, because it's your Barzals, but I'm going to go Anthony Duclair. Because I know that man is able to rip the puck from time to time. He's scored a lot of goals in the NHL before. And that for a second line, that first line doesn't put any fear in me. Second line of Duclair, Barzal, and Kyle Palmieri, you know those guys are offensive threats. You gift wrap them a chance, those are pros. Those guys will shove it back at you. Brett, player to watch, could even be on the defensive end. Get a look at Matthew Schaefer.
Yeah, I'm going with Alexander Romanov. Just a physical beast, man. Yeah, that guy can lay hammer to anybody that skates in his area. I like Alexander Romanov too. It sucks that he's kind of drifted away on the island here in third pairing with Tony DeAngelo. Oh, that'd be a tough escape there, but I like him. I've always liked Romanov as well. But I also like Casey Cizikas as well. He's always been a part of that fourth line spine for the Islanders. Of course, was on one of the best fourth lines in hockey for a little while with Matt Martin and Cal Clutterbuck too. So yeah, just a long-standing staple on the island and just a fun player to watch sometimes. I
have said we're off the Costco guys this year, but Casey Cizikas definitely brings a boom. He's got some firepower. He loves to lay that body. Yeah, I mean, I just look at that, and it's always, I've done this a lot on pre-gaming where I'm like, it doesn't strike a lot of fear in me, and then they shove it right in my face a couple minutes into this hockey game. So at risk of that, we're just going to quickly move along. Let's get into it. Betting talk early here. Bordzy's Bankroll brought to you by Bet365. Download the app today because whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get in on the game. Use the code NATION. Bet365 must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. And as I always say, only bet what you're willing to lose because a win is a win is a win. We do not unit shame here on pre and post game. Bert, we're going for it tonight. Pull it up for me. Let's show the people what we got. First option, I'm taking the over 6.0. It's even 6 goals, total goals in this game. It's minus 110. I think the Oilers, they're due. Connor McDavid, he's due. I think the Islanders, maybe not the greatest defensively, obviously, but big save, Dave. I'm living in a world where he's going to get picked apart by the Oilers, something we have seen before. Also, Mackay and Dry, only bet what you can't afford, Z. I like how he says that. Line. I like that. Second one, Evan Bouchard, 1+ points. It's minus 165. Tonight's the night. It's going to happen. Get right spot. I could have done it on the power play, but I decided to instead go with the Tommy Smokes 1+ power play point plus 375 on Bet365. Unfortunately, if you want to parlay these, you can't do the power play point. So you got to grab Boosh regular point, Tommy Smokes regular point, and then over 6 total goals in the entire game. And I believe it was somewhere around plus 300. They also got kind of a little bit of everything tonight, even some block shots. Bert, I know you're a block shots type of guy, but Tyler, of these 3 bets, one's extra juiced, but which one do you like the most?
Yeah, over 6. It just feels like that might take the Oilers having to get there on their own. Although,
And I think that can happen.
yeah, and it
But you're right,
absolutely
that
could
is
happen. I like the Boosh point. I like his shots tonight too. I just feel like again he's kind of due, right? Like an offensive guy like that starting the season as slow as he kind of has. I think the Boosh one's a nice little one to ease into this. Minus 165. It's good. It's good enough.
Yeah, I like that. And you can't go 4 games without getting a point, right? Bert, what about you? And did you cook up a spider pregame?
I did cook up a spider. Figured might as well for tonight's little watch or party. Bordzy's bankroll. I like the Tomashik point mostly because I also have it on my spider too. I have Tomashik 3+ shots on goal. He has been manning the puck to the front of the net, and if he gets and the Oilers get some power play time, I think it's just he's absolutely going to get a couple shots on net. Mangiapane, another point, riding the hot hand. I also have a block shot bet. Darnell Nurse 3+ block shots.
Oh,
yeah, Connor 2+ points, Leon 2+ points, Leon to score a goal, Connor to have 2+ shots on goal, and Evan Bouchard to have 3 shots on goal.
we talked about it. The people asked on Tuesday, Bert. They said, I miss a spider. I want it back from my boy Brett, and he's brought it for you. Also, Tyler, we talked about one on ONE. That might just be crazy enough to work, but it's the 2+ shots for all 7 guys.
I just did it.
Plus 1,100 right there.
Yeah, plus 1,100. Every player Bet365 offers to get 2 shots on net.
Okay.
And those players are McDavid, Draisaitl, Bouchard, Nuge, Tomashik, Nurse, and Ekholm. If the Oilers put up 40 shots, all those guys should get at least 2.
I think so.
Yeah.
And as I keep saying, this is a get-right spot. This could be a point night for the Edmonton Oilers. Maybe it's just a shot night for the Edmonton Oilers. And the fact that I was just about to say that, wasn't looking at your phone, and you were in the middle of placing that, we are going to ride.
Can I give you one more?
Yes, please. Give me several. We got plenty of time.
McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard all to get 5 or more shots. It's plus 8,000. It hit in the first game of the season.
I might tease that down to 4 shots each and make me feel a little bit better.
Like Vladdy, I'm swinging.
Balls. We like that. Also, speaking of Vladdy, what do you got for Blue Jays plays? I got to make my Blue Jays parlay at some point here because the game, I believe, first pitch 6:30, we said?
Yeah.
6:33 to be exact. So people.
McDavid goal, money line. Jays money line. Vladdy over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Plus 7 something.
I like the looks of that. Let me know in the chat, what do you got for bets tonight? And then I see some people in here. You guys always get me so bowled up. I guess that score predictions and anytime goal scores for the Edmonton Oilers. Let me know in the chat, how is this game going to finish? Also, reminder, we're going to be live for Oilers Nation After Dark right after the conclusion of the hockey game. I'm trading in one half of Oilers Nation every day. For the other half of Oilers Nation Every Day, Liam Horribin is going to be my co-host this evening, coming down to GRETA. How much food do you think Liam eats throughout this one tonight? We're driving here. We all drove here, so I think we're going to be eating like pigs this evening.
Yeah, I need to. It's been too long since the playoffs that I've had pizza taquitos, so I think it's an easy choice for me.
Without a doubt, the first thing I did, when I got into GRETA, the very first night here was, hey, I need some 3 pizza taquitos right now. Got street nugs, got some dill pickle fries. It's going to be a good one this evening. Bert, what do you got for a score prediction tonight and your anytime goal scorer?
I'll go 5-2 Oil, and why not? Let's get Tommy Smokes his first NHL goal. I like it. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not us?
Why not us?
Why not today?
Look at us.
Who'd have thought we'd be here?
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Ty, what about you? Anytime goal and score prediction.
On real life, I took McDavid to score first at plus 750. I'm so in on McDavid tonight. I'm financially invested in Connor McDavid having a good evening. So I don't mind that. I don't mind Tomashik. Mangiapane to pop another one doesn't feel too bad. I'm saying a lot of names right now, but I'm most heavily invested in McDavid, so I'll stick there. Give me a Connor goal and a 5-2 Oilers win. It'll be like 5-1 going into the third, and the Islanders will get like 1 with 3 minutes left.
junk
And that'll
goal.
cash the over. That's exactly what I want to
There
see
you go.
happen. That
There
makes
you
me feel
go.
good.
Is your Blue Jays Oilers one Connor goal or
Yeah,
point?
goal.
Debating on chasing, but I don't know about goal.
Who's
He's
your
scoring.
Who's your Jays dinger tonight? Who's hitting the dinger for the Jays tonight? I think Nathan Lucas.
Ooh,
Wait, is he playing?
really?
Yeah,
That'd
he's
be
playing. He's
bold.
batting
I would
second.
like it.
Dude,
Ernie?
he's been awesome. He's
Do-
been awesome.
Do we like
Speaking of
Ernie
awesome.
hitting 500?
Castillo is
I-
a righty or lefty?
Oh, that's a good call. Righty.
Luis Castillo is a righty, so I won't.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't want to touch Earn Dog.
Yeah.
I like maybe Varsho. He's putting on some good swings.
Yeah.
Had one that went off the top of the fence last
Yeah.
game. Varsho's all
He
right.
had a good postseason
And
start.
I don't
Yeah.
want to chase Springer again, but
No.
he can rake balls.
Yeah, that one to dead center was great.
Yeah.
Check that man for buzzer. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
hey,
kidding. No,
hey,
he's not.
actually,
Fifth all time
against
in
the Dodgers,
postseason
too.
home runs.
Yeah.
Fifth all time, I do believe. So shout out to George Springer. Lance Kane says it's going to be a 2-1 Oilers win.
Ugh.
Oh, Lance, don't tell me that. I don't want to watch that, especially while the Jays are
Yeah,
not do or die, but it's basically do or die here for the Toronto Blue Jays. Fighting Amish, just 10-2 Blue Jays. Clement hits the cycle.
That Vladdy could have done it yesterday.
Yeah,
just
that was
decided not to.
He could have went.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he make a comment about the third base coach or somebody? I
Oh,
think he made
really?
a comment that, I don't know, whatever.
I said in the group
in
chat
joke,
when he hit that homer, I'm like, he's gonna hit for the cycle.
Yeah,
Nick
he
Daddy,
had it.
3+ shots, too much smoke. 3+ shots. I like that as well. Seb's in 7-2 Oilers. Mackay and Dry 7-0 Oilers with a Roslovic snipe. Fighting Amish 4-2 Oilmen. Tommy goal. And then just making sure Mackay and Dry, Brett, we didn't get any Bordzy bars today.
Oh,
Slacking.
We're going to need to fix that.
The
We'll
hell
get
is
those
that?
in the
Yeah.
post game. Hopefully, a Bordzy Bars W edition. I did want to kind of wrap this up a little bit early. I got to figure out what we're doing tonight. I'm on the mic tonight and get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You can win some awesome, maybe hockey jerseys, maybe some hockey tickets,
Signed?
maybe some football tickets as well. Come on down to GRETA. We're all going to be here throughout the entire evening, obviously doing After Dark, and just come on, hang out. Also, I like Mackay and Dry said, bro, called out. Yeah, I'm looking right at you, brother. Mackay and Dry, we love you. We appreciate you. So come on down, free entry, all in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation. We got some draws for a couple of these things. It's going to be a great night. I love you all. I appreciate you all, but not as much as our lovely sponsors, Oodle Noodle, Odd Company, Bet365, Wilhock Beef Jerky, obviously, Greta Bar Yag, and I appreciate you and you, Bert, behind the scenes. Say it with me, people. The Edmonton Oilers get right spot. Point night for the Oilers. Let's get it done with the man advantage, and let's go, Stuart Skinner. We'll be in a minute. We'll make the event for Oilers Nation After Dark. You guys get in there, chat it out, talk it out throughout the hockey game, and we will talk in a couple of hours. Good luck on the Bet365 Battlegrounds, and hopefully I see you down here at Greta Bar Yag.